distinguished professor at Yanjing Academy of Peking University. Certainly, we see some setbacks at the very beginning before we found the right path. But this is not a proof for the failure of China's governance of Chinese system. It is only a proof once again that China's political system, economic system, China's political setup is correct, is the right one, because it has the capacity to correct itself. If there is any shortcomings, any setbacks, it is very capable of correcting these things by itself, because it has the wide support of the people, and has a very strong, down to the grassroots, a very strong governance system in place.
The very different responses to the outbreak among countries with different social systems have aroused concerns and even led to debates about the best and the worst.
The bigger the problem, the bigger the challenge, the more effective, I think, relatively speaking, the Chinese government is, and therefore also that speaks well of the Chinese political system. My name is Martin Jakes. Until recently I was a senior fellow at Cambridge University. I don't think anyone who knows anything about China should be in the least bit surprised that China can construct 2 hospitals within 10 days or 2 weeks, incredibly short space of time. I mean, this is what the Chinese system is so good at doing, which is mobilizing resources and thinking ahead, thinking strategically. China will learn from the weaknesses of what happened, as well as the strengths of its subsequent achievement. And yet, in the West now, especially for example in the United States, so slow. And the testing is so weak, so narrow. There's no excuse for this situation, because this has been around now for, what, over 2 months? That's a lot of time. The Chinese never had. So I think that what's happened does not prove that the Chinese system is, deeply flawed or something like that. Okay, it does reveal that the mistakes were made. It does reveal that there were some weaknesses. But, the bigger the crisis, the more likely mistakes are to be made. Why? Because you've got to make it up, because you don't have perfect knowledge. And less excusable, in my view, are the mistakes that are now being made in the West, because they have had the prior experience of China to take into account.